straight to the mic. Hey, Colin, we're live on the internet.
Wow, I was waiting for you to do your signature woo! Because that's what usually tells me you're live.
Caca, caca, it's the signal, you're live.
Okay, if that's the signal, that means you are tuned into the Score eSports podcast. I am your host, Colin McNeil, and across from me on the boards is, of course, Ryan Stratton.
That's me.
Now, Ryan, we usually have a third human being in this room, a secondary host.
Where are the humans?
Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? Well, I will tell you. But first, let me preface this. Team OG.
Yes, sir.
Dota 2 heavyweights.
Indeed.
You know, participating in a small event called the International. It's coming up. It's not a big deal. It's only the biggest prize pool in esports, right?
Oh, yeah. Okay,
they are actually boot camping here in our fair city of Toronto. So we thought, why not pay them a visit? We sent our very own Dennis Gonzalez down to their boot camp house, and he's chilling with them right now. We, of course, are here. You know, we're stuck in the studio. We've got all the nice audio equipment. We've got our KitKat bars here, of course. You know, we're locked in. Speaking of KitKat, actually a cool segment I want to tell you about coming up is brought to you by our friends at KitKat. It is called In the Queue. It's where we ask our guests what they actually do when they're not esporting. Now, in the case of OG, it's like, what do you do when you're not playing Dota? What do you do when you're not practicing and grinding and all that stuff, right? Now, I don't know that many Dota 2 players, but I have heard that kind of what they do to unwind is play Dota. Like, that's what I've heard. So
I mean, that's common in esports. Everyone just does more esports.
I suppose. But like, I have especially heard it in Dota. So I am actually looking forward to asking the boys from OG, like, what do they do to unwind? What do they do when they want to get away from Dota? But without further ado, I think we should hook up with, let's call him our foreign correspondent, Dennis Gonzalez.
It's just he's still in Toronto.
He's in the other side of Toronto.
Hey guys, what's going on?
Hey guys.
Hey, how are you?
Well, with that, I think we should leave it with our boy Dennis, and we'll join you guys later. Dennis, take it away.
Welcome to Canada. Who's been here before? I know you have, but is it the first time for most of you guys?
He was when he was a kid. Yeah, I was when I was a kid.
Oh, okay. Have you guys had a chance to see the sites or anything like that in Toronto, or has it mostly been the grind?
Just went to the brewery,
distillery district.
Oh, nice.
Real quick for like half a day. It was pretty good.
That's good.
But that's it.
Fly, we know that you guys are here in Toronto for a very special reason. Can you tell us why?
Wait, are we?
Oh,
We are.
well,
Why are you in Toronto?
Okay, we're boot camping for the international. That's probably the special reason we're here.
but why Toronto specifically?
Because Red Bull helped us out in Toronto.
But you were also born here, is right?
Oh, yeah, that's true. That's not the reason we're here, but yeah, I was also born here.
Okay.
It was hard to get out of me. I didn't get it, you know.
Oh, sorry.
I'm still mourning.
Were you born and raised here as well?
I lived in Toronto until I was 3 years old, so not really.
Okay.
But I came back to Canada when I was 12 for another year, but I've been here a couple or plenty of times, you could say.
Okay.
My dad used to work in Canada, so I would also visit him here.
Okay. So I guess like for you, it's kind of a new city for you as well.
Yeah, definitely. But it's a lot of fun coming back here. I mean, I have great memories of Canada, so especially Toronto.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of memories, I actually wanted to go do a throwback actually to when I first interviewed you at the Summit 4.
Mm-hmm.
This was actually one of my favorite questions I've asked to anyone actually. It was, who did you want to punch in the face at the Summit?
Punch in the face? I don't know, Miracle, you know, he always, you know, gets on my bad side trying to troll and stuff, being 8K, so. I remember that, yeah. He thought he was really cool because he had high MMR, so I thought it was fitting.
Yeah. Well, now that on your team, Anna is actually the one with the highest MMR, so...
I don't want to punch Anna though.
You don't want to punch Anna?
He's a nice guy.
He's a nice guy.
He doesn't brag like Miracle.
Okay, Miracle doesn't brag either, to be fair, but you know.
Okay.
This is why you gotta stay below the AK, below the radar in this team.
Yeah.
If you get above AK, then you get on his radar. You have to start dodging him in the morning.
Fair enough. Well, same question now. Who in the Dota scene would you want to punch in the face?
There's a few. There are a few? Oh, you can help me, I'm not sure.
Alright, where do we begin?
Some in the house,
All the Chinese guys.
Oh, that's right. At MDL, you guys got a few haters in the crowd, I think. Is that true?
Oh, I mean, okay, let's just clarify that. Now we're on a podcast. I don't know.
Oh, because of the tweets.
I'm probably digging Seb and myself in a hole here. But,
How about I take over? What are you saying?
just to clarify, like what Sebastian meant was that the crowd that were live at the event, they were pretty savage. Like, and it was not just towards us, and it was not just towards Western teams. They were just in general very savage. Like they would say things that I really don't even want to say myself on a microphone. Like killing yourself and family members and everything. But you know, I think people misinterpreted it, and like it might have seen that we were ungrateful coming to China or something. People like just took it over the top. But the fans there, they're diehard. They really love the game.
Yeah, I think the main point is that they're passionate, and you know, even though we can't actually understand what they're saying, like it's still a good thing to have passionate fans. It makes it more interesting in my eyes. So definitely no like bad feelings.
Okay. Well, the question still stands.
Damn it! I thought I was getting away. Oh man, I don't know. There's nobody I hate, so.
Well, for instance, F&G, his answer was Arteezy, but not because it was out of hate. He said it was like a love punch, let's say. And let's go back to Jerax, actually. You said you didn't want to punch anyone. You wanted to just hug everyone.
Yeah, I think so. I think that's what I said.
We have it on the record, so yeah.
Roll the clip.
I don't really know. I don't hate anybody. I just like everybody. I'd rather just hug everybody.
Who on the team is the one person you would give a hug to?
I know.
Aw.
Not now.
Come on, have a pride.
At the
have
night.
a pride.
Yeah.
Later. All right, so Anna, same question actually. You've got plenty of haters on Reddit, but is there a particular player that you would maybe want to punch in the face?
Player, like in the scene?
Yeah, or Slacks. A lot of people said Slacks.
You got so excited.
Slacks, wait, what?
Like Sir Action Slacks.
Would I punch him?
No,
You
that's
want-
like,
What?
a
No.
that's like a
No.
normal answer for people, but
Yeah.
is there
Oh.
someone you would like to punch in the scene? It could also be Chinese teams as well.
Yeah, Boca.
Boboka.
Maybe KP? I'd punch KP.
KPI?
Yeah, KP.
Oh. That's right, you guys grew up in Australia together. is
Yeah,
that right?
not together, but
Oh, yeah.
Same
we-
room.
Brothers.
Yeah, I would punch him.
Okay. Okay. Why?
Because
He's an Aussie,
it's
mate.
personal reasons.
Okay. 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 You know, Tail. Who would you punch in the face?
Oh, easy.
Easy, Gustav. No, I don't know. Who would I punch in the face? Shasha S. He's like really annoying on the off lane. So nothing personal, it's just Dota
Oh,
related.
actually, that makes sense. I have a different answer now.
You have a different one. All right, go ahead.
I would punch Ice because I hate playing against this guy. He's out of control.
Easy.
And to you, Gustav, who would you punch in the face that's not Bulldog?
Arteezy.
Why?
This is babe raging all the time.
You should step on his shoes. I think he'll hate that a lot more.
Yeah.
All right, so moving on. I wanted to go back a little bit more, actually. Talking about this is actually
Before you were born.
you were pretty young when this happened. Actually, this is actually a pretty special tournament to me. The DreamHack Winter 2012. I think actually you guys were attending as Fnatic. Is that correct?
Must have been Fnatic. Was
Yeah.
it? That was our first Dota tournament, like one of our first Dota tournaments.
I think
2012,
one
I'm
of.
trying to think back.
One out.
One of the. Okay, there were a
Yeah,
couple of
that
DreamHacks
must have
actually.
been Dota
Yeah.
2 tournament.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, and the reason why I was watching that tournament is because of you guys. You guys switched from Heroes of the North, which I was a huge fan of. Your Bombardier, like I'm still waiting for it to come into Dota 2.
That's a cool hero.
And it was also where like Fear had his vacuum cleave, ultra kill. I don't know if you guys remember that. That was so
I think I
hype.
remember.
Sven
What was in the
Dakshin,
finals?
And then of course S4 on Tidehunter, you did the Roshan bait. You were kind of the mastermind,
Oh,
or
you
at
was
least
the
credited with it, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, we
I
lost in
mean,
groups.
it was just something planned before the game.
Yeah. So I just have one question. Like, how did you pitch that to your teammates? Like, hey guys, we're gonna do this crazy strat. It requires one of us to die at the very beginning. Like,
So what happened is we played the grand finals in not on the main stage, the game 1, and then game 2 we had to go out to the main stage, but we had like a 30-minute break. So it's like, what are we gonna do, guys? We're down one game, you know.
Yeah.
We're playing against EG, and so yeah, we just came up with a strat to get some momentum, you know, into the game.
So you actually came up with that strat on the spot.
Yeah.
You didn't like see like it was a pub strat or anything like that. You were just like
You weren't in the shower.
No, we were actually to start off. We were trying to do a level 1 rush,
Mhm.
but then we came up with better ideas as we went on.
okay,
Yeah.
that's pretty crazy. Fly, you as the captain of this team. What if Gustav was like, hey, let's do this crazy strat where one of us has to suicide the Roshan? Like what? What would your
I
reaction?
tell him to go away and think about his bad ideas.
Okay.
No, I mean, his ideas are always welcome. The smartest one amongst us, the god of Dota.
Okay. Yeah, and the sole TI winner as well.
Yes, we must listen.
Yeah. I was watching your interview with the PBD actually. He used the term aura to describe people with the TI victory. What would you guys describe as his, let's say, aura?
I mean, we can't see it yet. We have no idea yet, do we?
No, we don't.
If you had to describe it, how would you describe it? It's like a sexy aura.
You go on the street and
It's
you
like
just
this kind of
This-
respect, you know.
This is the. I
It's
get it.
the kind of respect, you know. You're like, oh, he's in the room, you know.
Oh,
Oh, it's that guy.
nah, I get it. When he comes into the room too, it's like he's a TI winner, and then all the girls they just go there and
That's
come there. And
Okay, fair enough. Switching topics, you guys have been in Toronto for, I believe, over a week now. How's the bootcamp been progressing?
How
Anna.
about that?
Okay, I tried. No, it's been going good. We like the first days we came here, we didn't like really play Dota, but then we started our weekly practice. So far it's been good. Most of the teams are here, besides obviously the Chinese teams. Most of the teams are here in the NA, so it makes it a lot easier.
Okay. Well, considering you guys are on the East Coast, are you guys having issues having practice partners? You said you guys had a few teams here, but I think most of them are on the West Coast. Is that correct?
It doesn't matter, like East West Coast, like we can both play US East or US West, so it's all good. Like most of the teams are here. In fact, the teams that are left in Europe are the ones who are like looking like they are running out of opponents. I know like teams like Virtus Pro, they're not for right now. They're not in America and they're struggling to find scrim partners because everybody is moving here.
Okay.
And with Dream League going on right now, I think that's more European teams that came to NA. So
Yeah.
everybody's here pretty much.
No,
It's
pretty
a
much.
tradition to go to the US. for
Yeah,
practice.
it's pretty normal before TI that most teams come here.
no, it used to be Europe, right? Like a couple TIs ago, it used to be Europe that people boot camped. Like
Maybe
majority.
TA3, but that's just
Was it all the way back? Even TI4 it started. I want to say it was still Europe.
we boot camped in Europe at least.
Yeah, but I think most teams did.
Yeah.
Still back then. But now it's for sure tradition to come to US.
Yeah.
That's
Or-
interesting. Switching gears a little bit, Team NP, or Cloud9 now, since they were picked up last night, are actually in Markham, not too far away. They're about maybe a 2-hour drive or something like that. Have you guys gone to, or maybe planned to meet up with the guys? Maybe watch some anime or something like that?
Did we plan to meet with them, Anna?
I don't know. Did we?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
No.
Why not, Anna?
Dude, don't ask me, man.
I'm trying, you know. We get a.
I mean, we didn't know it's that close. I mean, among the players
I knew.
at least. Okay,
You
you
knew.
know. Nice.
Yeah, he knew.
It was my plan all
So
along.
you just don't want to
I'll tell you.
meet. So you just don't want to meet with them. All right, it's okay.
You still like that?
All right, I got turned on.
Maybe we should move on.
Fly doesn't like anime confirmed, so.
No,
Weeb alert.
he's watching anime every day. So
Every day.
Yes, we are practicing, you know, to get into mode zone. So.
oh my.
All right, moving on.
Moving on. Well, on that topic, you mentioned that you guys weren't practicing it for the first few days. Were you guys maybe taking it a little bit easier, or was it more like setup?
We were taking it a bit easier because we just came from a tournament and we wanted to kind of relax a bit before we get into, you know, practice. It's good to kind of chill.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
All right, Dennis, I gotta stop you guys right there real quick and jump in the queue, which is of course our new segment powered by our friends at KitKat. I want to ask the OG guys. You guys just got here in Toronto, right? We heard that you didn't start practicing right away. I want to know what you're up to. Are you seeing the sights? Are you just chilling? What's going on over there?
Our coach said we bought a basketball. We did this and.
We did.
I mean, he did for now.
Yeah,
I was planning to use it, but other than that, we did some
We went downtown.
downtown stuff. Like we checked out the distillery. I bought some hot chocolate and some other chocolate, strawberry chocolate. Pretty good. And then we had some experiences together, paintball and obstacle course. That was pretty fun.
That's awesome. Was that the first time you did paintball?
For me, it was. For some, it wasn't. I believe.
Okay.
Second time.
Any bruises? Any welts?
Yeah, I have a really big bruise right here.
Mind showing?
I don't mind.
Can we show that? Can we show it? You can show it? Yeah, show your
I have one
camera.
Oh dear.
Nice. You want to get a zoom in on that?
I think it's too far back, guys.
Yo, you gotta flex what you do.
I mean, it looks better now. It looked way worse in the beginning.
Oh, jeez.
I can't show it.
You can see it.
You shut up, sir.
Huh?
You shut up, man.
Oh, no need.
Can't see it.
Maybe
It's you.
better
It's you.
arm.
It's
I
you.
You
have
have
two.
to strip too much.
Okay. What were the teams? What was the setup?
3 of us versus those 2, plus our coach, plus Ebony.
Oh,
It's
so
in the
3v4?
corner.
Yeah.
It was 3v4.
And then the 4 win or the 3 win?
I think you could say it was 1-1 in the end. I would say we played like two different maps. The first one, the team with 4 won, even though they kind of did the opposite thing of what they should have. They kind of won.
Okay.
And the second map, it was a lot more favored towards the team that's defending. So the three-person team won, you could say.
Everybody lost their shoe also. The second round.
Yeah.
It was a swamp.
It was raining the day before, so
Oh, this was an outdoor.
Yeah, it was outdoor and it was literally a swamp. And we had to attack I think it was around 100 meters. We had to walk through the swamp first, and then you had to surround this building, and all the areas were full of water and shoes. Yeah. So what happens is when you try to run, you lose your shoe in the middle of the swamp, and then you're like, should I still attack or this is not really the war?
Yeah.
You don't care about actually shooting them. You care about your shoe.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the problem.
Anime was mentioned before, and there were some mixed reactions. Fly, let's start with you.
Sure.
They mentioned you were watching a few anime series.
Yeah.
Which
I
ones?
do. Right now, I'm watching Naruto.
Okay.
It's because I never watched anime until I met basically Ebony. She got me into it. It was probably 2-3 years ago maybe I started. So I'm trying to rewatch the things that people considered have been good or nice or whatever. So that's what I'm watching.
How many hundreds of episodes are you in?
There's actually way too many. I think we're I'm skipping the filler parts because it's way too much. So I'm on 160 or something right now.
Okay.
That's not bad. It's been ongoing for half a year, I feel like. This it's a work in progress. So, yeah.
Anyone else? Any anime they want to talk about?
It's a big weep.
Talk about that food one.
No, talk about the movie.
What movie? No.
He has a favorite movie.
I just finished watching season 2 of Attack on Titan. So
Nice.
that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Your Name was pretty good, and yeah. that's enough for now.
That's enough. Go on. I don't watch anime anymore.
Okay. Let's get the TI7 question out of the way. Gustav, actually, let's go with you. You were the sole TI champion on the team.
Aren't you?
And
cool?
all eyes are on you. Do you feel that that's extra pressure going into the event?
No, not at all. It's just more motivation for me.
Okay.
Less
To win.
pressure, right? Is it not?
Yeah, I guess it's less
For me,
pressure.
it's less pressure. I have a TI.
I mean, not really. It's such a long time ago. I don't even know if I remember.
I guess you'll use that to your advantage then.
Yeah.
Okay. What about the rest of you guys? I know a lot of you have gone to at least the quarters, but for you, Anna, you're actually a rookie at TI. Granted, you guys won as a team 2 majors, but I would I think it's fair to say that TI is something special.
Yeah, it is.
Seattle Major, man.
Yeah, Seattle Major. So,
How are the nerves?
it's getting
Show your
better.
hand.
Actually. It's getting better actually. Like, I don't know, because we had a lot of talks about it. So, yeah.
One storyline in CSGO actually is that Astralis, I don't know if you guys know them, they actually hired a professional sports psychologist. And that was actually a huge key to them taking the E-League major. Is that maybe something that's been discussed? Is something more of a structured mental coach? Or is it more of a team building thing?
You don't want to? You can go.
Yeah, we have been discussing about it. We are actually doing some practicing meditation right now with Ebony. She's bringing stuff up. Our coach Sebastian, he's working on basically all the things that happen like in the game that we don't get to focus, and I think that helps us mentally like prepare for games. And we already have this mindset of structuring things, and I mean, that's like what we are trying to build, like something to lean on even before the games, and I think that helps us a lot.
That's good. Another factor in, well, not just TI, but the season leading up to TI is the change in the major system. The Kiev major and the Boston major, they were both single elimination, and then TI is double. Is there maybe a preference in those systems? Because at least you Fly and you No-Tail have come at it from multiple angles. You guys have won the single elimination majors. You've come to the double elimination majors, both from the upper bracket and the legendary lower bracket run at Frankfurt. But is there maybe a preference? Is the lower bracket run special to you?
I mean, personally for me, when group stage doesn't really have a effect on the actual tournament, like everybody gets through and everybody gets put to single elim, I think it's wrong for the teams that do well in the group stage, because all those teams, I think they deserve to have an edge on the other people, whereas also like the people who don't win any games in the group stage and then they are thrown into the single elim, like I feel like something is off there. And I think this TI, the format is much better than the previous majors, and I think those were just like a testing ground on what could happen if we do like certain kind of, format.
I think generally the better teams in Dota, the teams that aim to be solid and aim for domination in the scene, they are all going to say double lim is better, because I think it's about adjusting, it's about learning, and every team can have a bad day. So when you have a single elimination tournament that's big, that might favor these teams that aren't as strong or aren't as good, as you could say.
Okay. I'm going to do a rapid fire. Don't worry about the length of your questions. So a lot of you guys have kind of hidden connections that maybe some of the people in the community don't really know about. So let's start with Jarex and Anna. Both of you have some sort of connection with cooking. Anna, you've mentioned that you like Gordon Ramsay. And Jarex, I think you've mentioned that you like cooking in at least one interview. Sure. Have you guys maybe cooked meals for the team?
I mean, in Austria we cook together. We cooked sushi, and what did you make? You made the strawberry dessert.
Oh yeah, like some cheese.
Strawberries and
That
onions.
wasn't me.
Yeah.
That was a mistake.
That wasn't me. It's like a cheesecake, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we made some cheesecake.
cheesecake.
No.
Like cooking.
Yeah, it can be fun if you know what you're doing. Yeah.
That's cool. And so you, Anna, and S4 are connected in that both of you play CSGO. I'm not sure if more of you do.
Oh.
Last I
Alright.
checked, you were global elite. Is that still the case?
No, I'm like pretty low now, like DMG or something. I haven't played in a while.
Yeah.
What rank?
You mean like at my peak or like right now?
Let's say right now.
Oh, I'm like a DMG as well.
Yeah.
But at peak, I was Supreme. But that's like the highest I've ever been.
Supreme
player.
And then the connection from S4 to Fly is that you're both captains, but also you guys have peaked at the major and TI specifically, or respectively rather, but then had a dip in performance. Notably, you guys are at the top of your games again. How have you bounced back from that, respectively?
I mean, yeah, I bounced back, I guess. somewhat because I switched role, and that kind of made me bounce back into this competitive scene again.
I think I felt like I've only been improving for like a very long time now. So I definitely think what it takes is just to keep setting yourself a new goal, and that's what matters the most to me. Like if I have a new goal, that means I'm gonna have more motivation, and I'm gonna work towards that, and that's gonna help me. And sometimes what happens is that when you win something big, your motivation gets lower for the next thing, and if that happens, you're probably gonna end up losing. So you have to find a new way to kind of ignite the fire again, you could say. And yeah, that's what I've learned the most over the years.
Okay. And then finally, the link is Fly to No Tail. You guys have been, well, teammates for however many years.
Only teammates, not friends.
What's the one word to describe your teammate?
Wonderful.
So fucking perfect.
Flower.
No, don't say that. You got something else in my head. I need something for him now.
He can't be your flower.
He is actually my flower.
Okay. I think that's all I have,
Daddy.
guys.
My daddy.
Oh no.
Well, okay.
We're taking it there.
Is that where your name came from, Big Daddy? Was that an inspiration?
No. I wasn't. I don't want to be linked to.
This is my bigger daddy.
Bigger Daddy.
Biggest daddy.
Okay, I think we got it from there. I think that's it.
Well, thank you from the studio here so much for being on the theScore eSports podcast.
They gotta simmer down, no?
They're going crazy. They're talking about like anime and stuff over there. I've been entertained, but I do want to know, we have to wrap this thing up. We are running out of time, and I want to know from the OG boys, you know, if there's anything that we didn't get a chance to talk about, any shout outs you want to give, any last thoughts?
Thanks for having us, and big shout out to Red Bull for hosting everything. They're our asset here in our TI run. Thank you very much. And yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed.
All right. Well, that was a first for us, Ryan. Because
why is it that always every time that we get done with a guest, it's just as awkward, like, hey, it's...
Well, because usually the awkwardness comes from Skype, right? It's like, oh, have they hung up? Have they not? Now it comes from, we've got a guy, you know, at the boot camp on the other side of the city.
I know, man. Why couldn't we have gone, man?
I know. Why couldn't we just brought all of this beautiful stuff, brought all our KitKats, brought all our mics and our mixing boards, whatever you got over there.
I'm strapped to the decks. I need to get out.
Look at how much, you can't see it on camera, but there's a lot of equipment back there.
I'm dressed to go out too.
You are. Look at that shirt. That is amazing. You look like Bob from Tekken right now. That's a compliment. I play Bob. Now, I really enjoyed Dennis's interview with the OG boys. Actually, I'm looking forward to seeing them in action. We've got a little whiteboard here at theScore eSports for who's going to win TI. Spoiler alert, OG's on there a couple different times.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Before we do wrap this up, though, I want to tell you guys about a couple other podcasts we've got that are brought to you by our friends at KitKat. So our first one we ever did, don't forget, was James Chen, okay?
What? Did I mention that he's genuine?
He's a very genuine guy. If you don't know who that is, he's one of the premier voices, one of the premier personalities in the world of fighting games. We caught up with him right after Evo. He talked about crying on camera. It was fantastic. Now,
more than that.
Well, yeah, it's my favorite part. There was a cat involved. He brought his cat out. Now, other than that, of course, we've got Rick Fox, the owner of Echo Fox, also kind of like a TV movie star, also kind of like a former NBA star. You definitely want to tune into that. That's a bit more of a serious podcast. We're talking about NALCS franchising, the future of Delta Fox, the meme team, all that good stuff.
A little more serious.
It's a little more serious. That's right. So don't forget to check those podcasts out and tune in next time to the theScore eSports podcast. For Ryan Stratton and for our friend Dennis Gonzalez over there at the OG Bootcamp, I'm Colin McNeil saying GG.